I'm scared. Welcome everyone to I'm the First podcast, Qué orgullo y qué miedo, where we talk about being the first, doing something for the first time, and within it, discussing both el orgullo y el miedo. For those of you who don't speak Spanish, that means the pride and the fear. I'm Kaelly Arellano, and I'm your host, and I'm so excited to be here, a little nervous because this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. But if I'm honest, this podcast has been in my heart for a really long time, and it's really just been el miedo, the fear of starting this, that has kept me from beginning. But today I decided to begin. And I decided to begin despite being so scared to do this because this passion project of mine is really beyond me. When I think about what inspired this, there's a number of people that come up. The first is, even if I don't know you, if you're doing something for the first time or you're first gen, really going out there, being el orgullo de tu familia, the pride of your family, I know that while there's so much pride, there's also so much fear. And for that reason, I'm rooting for you. The other people, because it's many, that this is dedicated to and inspired by is my clients. I don't think I mentioned I'm actually a mental health therapist and a co-founder of a group practice that provides mental health services, K&B Therapy Inc. And it is dedicated and inspired by so many of my clients because it's interesting, in school we learn to not disclose parts of ourselves, and it's very, como lo digo, how do I say it? I mean, it's kind of a little bit rigid, but I think my experiences with my clients has been so human-like, and I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them because there are so many of them that are the first people, and it's a first time for them in stepping into the therapy world, the mental health world, and breaking cycles, healing and breaking cycles. And last but not least, this podcast is also dedicated to my younger self. This is a big shout out to the 18-year-old in me who left home to go to college, to be the first in her family to go to college, and was incredibly, incredibly scared. So this passion project, it's for you too. So for those listening and tuning in, what can you expect of this podcast? The I'm the First, Qué orgullo y qué miedo podcast. If I'm really honest, this is kind of like I said, a passion project. This is the first time I do a podcast. And so what I'll tell you about myself is that the way I run my life in many ways is I come up with ideas and then I follow my heart. Because for those of you who are first gen or doing something for the first time, then you might know that we just hit the road and hope that we're making the right choice. And so I'll tell you my intention. My intention is to have different episodes, some with just me, but many with guests. And I want to bring on everyday people who can talk about their experiences of doing something for the first time, being the first, and I really want us to all connect on both. Like I mentioned, el orgullo, the pride, and the fear, because I think that, in this world right now, we definitely are sometimes only showing the highlight reels, and I'll share that I think I'm definitely someone who is guilty for that, but I think that what we're missing is really the stories behind us and missing the parts where it is scary and sometimes we don't know what we're doing and there is doubt. And so my hope is to connect through all of our stories and that you can be inspired, encouraged, that despite the fear, you can do it.